Hey, what's up folks? What we're going to do in this video is talk about how to break into cybersecurity with no experience. Yes, I really said that. How to break into cybersecurity with no IT experience, with no IT certifications, okay? I'm going to break it down for you in this video. So stay tuned, listen, and you take notes because you'll be in cybersecurity in the next few months. So let's jump right in. But before that, let me introduce myself real quick. I'm Akin Odedino. I help non-IT and IT professionals become cybersecurity specialists so they can earn six figures with no certifications at all. Yep. All right. So let's get started. So first off, let me debunk some myths real quick. Now, this is what I want you to do real quick. I want you to raise your finger if you agree as I'm telling you this stuff, because I'm sure you've heard it all the time. All right. Number one, in order to get into IT or cybersecurity, I need IT certifications. Okay, raise your hand if you've heard that, if you agree with that. All right. Number two, if I don't have IT certifications, then I need a university degree or a college degree. Raise your finger. Yep. Yeah, I see a few fingers out there. Okay, so what if I told you all those things were wrong? Maybe not wrong. Let me backtrack. What if I told you that having IT certifications or technical skills is not the only path? You see, the tech industry is built on this foundation of certifications, and there are companies making billions of dollars promising professionals that you're going to grow your career if you get this piece of paper. But that's not the reality. Over the years establishing my career, I realized that your career growth and income that you achieve is not achieved by paper, but is achieved by adding value to companies. Okay, the better you are in your job, the better you perform, the more value you give to the company. I'll say that again. The better you are in your job, the better you perform, and the more value you give to the company, the more money you're going to make. And this has nothing to do with certifications or anything like that. I will say that one last time. Okay, now listen, the better you are at your job, the better you perform, the more value you give to the company, and the more value you give to the company, the more money you're going to make. And again, it has nothing to do with certifications or anything like that. So let's go into the next point. Oftentimes, when most people think of cybersecurity, chances are you're thinking of somebody wearing a dark hoodie in a dark room, typing away ones and zeros on his computer screen, doing some hacking, right? Either they're hacking into somebody's computer or they're hacking somebody's bank account or doing something like that, right? That's one of the first pictures that used to pop in my mind when I thought about cybersecurity. And quite frankly, I think I'll blame Hollywood for this, because that is how they have depicted a typical cybersecurity analyst. And because of that, I used to be very apprehensive about taking this career step, because I'm like, I don't know how to code. I don't have technical skills to go and hack stuff. And I just didn't see myself fitting into the cybersecurity domain. Cybersecurity is such a huge domain, and having these technical skills is not the only way. You see, what majority of these companies who sell people certification courses fail to mention is this: if everyone working in cybersecurity was a hacker or a technical coder, then who then is going to manage the projects? Who would write the policies and the procedures? Who's going to write the operating guidelines? Who would manage the technical hackers and the coders? Who would create and write documentation that needs to go to the business executives so that they understand how to forecast spending for the cybersecurity department? Do you see where I'm getting at? Who would validate that the employees of your company are following the company's standards and security guidelines? Who would do that if everyone was a hacker or coder? Nobody. And this is what most certification training companies are not telling you, leaving a huge gap in the industry that you could walk right into. Okay, to give you some examples of the job roles that can be seen in this domain, right? We have jobs like IT security managers, security compliance managers, business analysts, security auditors, all these roles fall into cybersecurity. So there's a secret I'll give you now, and I'm sure a lot of you have not heard this before, right? But there's this area in cybersecurity that's called GRC, and that stands for governance, risk, and compliance. Not many people know about this, but it is the non-technical avenue to get into cybersecurity that companies need in order to maintain compliance with different security regulations, which means opportunity for you because there is a global shortage of people that understand frameworks such as ISO 27001, GDPR, PCI DSS, HIPAA, NIST, CIS, and so on. Now, you need to understand security frameworks. That way, you would know how to relate company policies into business processes. And while you're doing that, you'll be in a position to audit policies, procedure, and computer systems. Your knowledge will grow as you continue to perform this piece of work, right? I mean, if you don't believe me, just go to LinkedIn, go to jobs, type in ISO 27001 or PCI DSS, and then you see the thousands of job opportunities available to you. And what most people don't realize is that these roles require no technical background or IT certifications at all. All you need is to master and understand the frameworks and know how to apply and translate them into organizational processes. Okay, let's take one of the frameworks, for example. PCI DSS. This is a non-technical framework and it stands for Payments Card Industry Data Security Standard. This is a standard that all companies must follow if they store, process, or transmit credit card data. It's a globally recognized and an international standard. So irrespective of where the company is based, as long as they store, process, and transmit credit card details, they have to abide by this framework. Okay, so think about it this way. Most companies accept credit card payments, right? So think about all the companies that need to comply with this. And if they don't comply and then there's a breach that occurs, they will be fined millions of dollars or pounds, right? You don't believe me? Just Google data breaches containing credit card data and you would see the results yourself, right? Target, a very popular shopping retail company in the US, lost over 40 million customer credit card details, and they were fined huge lot of money. They were fined a hefty sum of money, which is a lot more than $40 million, right? I think it was somewhere around the 350 million mark or so. But the point is, if you can understand this framework, its requirements and sub-requirements, and also help companies translate these requirements into actionable items that they need to do to maintain compliance, you become so invaluable. And this is one of those things that is not being talked about a lot. And there's all these unfilled jobs that are being left here and there that nobody's talking about, right? And nobody knows how to do it. So it is an untapped industry. It's just lying there, a gold mine, just there for the taking. And that is what I do in my training academy, the Rexel Cyber Training Academy. I teach IT and non-IT professionals and career transitioners how to master cybersecurity framework so they can transition into high-paying cybersecurity careers without needing certifications or university degrees because you're working in as specialists. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope you've got some value from this video because we're going to keep this coming. As a matter of fact, every week I'm going to upload new content that is going to give you insight to take your career to the next level. We'll be talking about how to establish your career, how to grow your career, and how to maintain it. I'm going to give you the exact steps, the exact things that I have learned right over the course of my career that has helped me to where I am and also help those who have passed through my training academy. Okay, so that's it, folks. So please like, subscribe to my channel, hit the thumbs button, hit the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever I drop new content. All right, I'll see you in the next one.